Yes. Yes. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Let's see if I got everybody turned on here. Let's turn that on. Let's turn that on. Fox.
You.
Dear God, you're showing up on the meter. Okay, it works. I hope everybody's having a good evening. I need to, of course, refresh this to make the chat show up. I'm gonna change on-screen chat solutions because this one frustrates me. But anyway, I hope everybody's doing good this fine Monday evening. It's time for us to see if we can survive the wastelands and not get wasted. We are going to be playing on the GrimCo's Wasted official server this evening. And I've got with me Foxbot Gaming. Fox, how you doing this evening?
I am tired, but doing well.
That's good to hear. Well, not the tired part, but it's good to hear. Good to hear. We have some other people lurking, whom I shall not. Erdani made it.
Yeah, I'll run into the house. I was like, oh crap, it's 6 o'clock.
Running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Yep. We do have a certain Pops lurking. He's on the server also. How you doing, Pops?
Chicken heads.
Chicken. And we've got a Mallrat 208. Mallrat, what's going on?
Hello.
We are. It's your Sunday, right? Something like that?
Sure, if we told you the analogy from Friday.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it is his Sunday work week wise. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and let's go over here. There we go. Chat's finally showing up. We've got in chat tonight, we have Night Pirate and Kugas first through the door. I think Kugas was technically first, but Night Pirate was seconds after. We've got Necromancer King and 47 Mark IV in Pirate of Old. Hi, Donnie. How you doing? The Coffee Mancer, thank you very much, Necromancer King. Let's see. I'm going to swap on over. So remember the buttons. Remember the button. I remember the buttons. Woo! Okay. Our base has changed a little bit from the last episode. If you haven't seen the last episode, well, you missed a lot of death. A lot of death. There was cowering in a tree. Then there was cowering behind a dirt wall. Then there was teasing of the zombies and the undead things that were trying to kill us from behind the dirt wall in order to kill them at range and get their stuff. Their juicy loot. Since then, we have solved that bug thanks to help from a certain testing by Mr. Mallrat and fixing by Mr. McJitty. So thanks to both of them. Mobs are actually spawning where they're supposed to now. So all the really nasty ones are spawning outside the dome. Just the vanilla stuff is inside. I can handle those things all day long. Part of Old says, I'm good, Vay. How is stuff and things for you? Stuff's really good. And things are good. I went out, the wife and I went out on a kind of a, we called them mini adventures, but basically we went out to this place. It's one of the local malls. I live in Houston, Texas, and Houston is, you can't describe Houston as big. Not because it's like super epic big. In terms of population density, it's not that high. It's just that it is a super big city that's really spread out. It's like somebody smeared it across a piece of toast. So there are malls. There are tons of really good malls all over town, but there's one that has a candy store that has lots of old-fashioned candy. It's called Lolly and Pops, and they have it. Let me see if I can get this with the focusing working. Focusing, light balancing. Is it gonna cooperate at all? No. Anyway, this stuff is called sassafras. It's old-fashioned hard candy. If you've ever had root beer or root beer flavored candy, it's that stuff, but like dialed up with the flavor dialed up to 12. Sassafras is the original root beer flavor, and it's amazing. So this is my current crack addiction. It's true. This stuff is kryptonite for me. Can you post the world seed and the BIOS setting for the world server? Oh, basically, if you...
I posted it.
Yeah, I saw you. Fox posted the seed for us. But if you go look at the curse page, it'll have a line that you need to edit in your server properties to change to make sure you're using the right kind of world gen. And you just put... It's like... level type equals lost cities or something like that, but it's in there. You do have to edit something. The lemon drops, instant lemon tea dropped in hot water. Yeah, see, and there's the wife, by the way. Yeah, see, Donnie's my speech. Low sassafras candy, root beer, stuff like that. Yeah, we have some green apple drops that are amazing too. Just Mallrat says I live. Okay, so Donnie might be watching the stream. I don't know, but if he is, I've just spoiled the surprise, and it's not a surprise anymore. We have some
I'm not watching it. I'm just waiting for Mojang to go away. There
Yeah, we have some upgrades at the base. Yes, the sassafras ones are hubby treats. Yes, that's what she uses to bribe me into doing things like going outside. Because the sun sucks, and sometimes people suck also. You know how it is.
I like.
Yeah. Okay, you've got some of the same armor I've got. We've got a camo bench now, so you can adjust it. I'm going with forest camo because I don't know reasons. Basically, we needed some extra space for some cobblestone, so I made a nice junk drawer right here. We have better chest organizing. We started running out of space for food storage because our farm is so gung-ho, so I had to start upgrading those chests. We have ore doubling now, so if you put stuff in here... No, I actually got seaweed. Thank you very much, Malrat. Pops brought me some. Pop? Wasn't it you, Pops, that got me some?
Yeah, I brought you the care package.
Yeah. Yes, I died twice on the way, and it wasn't even that far. Whew, it is nasty outside these domes. I tell you what, even in the monorails, it's pretty rough. But if you put ore up here, the only ore we can't process in this is osmium and titanium and uranium. Those have to be processed differently. We're gonna upgrade from this. This is our baby processing system to get us started. We'll upgrade to mechanism later. But for now, this will do us. If you put everything in here, it will eventually come out in this junk drawer down here. And yeah, it's wondrous. Couldn't get the osmium to process right in those machines, unfortunately. This is Malrat. Yeah, it's fine. Osmium can still be doubled and quintupled or whatever it is with mechanisms, so we're good. We have a dearth of, a plethora of redwood wood. So I figured out how to grow and chop the trees thanks to, I think, again, also Pops and other people. We have camo netting walls instead of dirt walls, mostly, because I think it looks better. Because a dirt wall is just a sad thing. Black licorice is ick. The same company does make some, though. Yeah, I'm kind of with the wife on that. I like red licorice, not black licorice. I have never...
Yeah, I'm not a fan of black licorice at all.
Yeah.
I mean, red licorice isn't licorice.
What do you mean?
The black stuff is licorice. The red stuff is just like a red flavored sugary thing. It's not licorice.
Oh, you mean in terms of actual like ingredients and origin and whatnot? Yes. Yeah. Technically speaking, red. Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why I don't eat red licorice. I eat red vines. They're different. So there. Let me see if I need to refresh this again. Refreshing page elements. I decided to kind of simplify some of my in-game shot footage stuff for the live streams to make it easier to see some of the game elements because I was blocking a lot of stuff. I have my one probe little pop-up thing in the bottom left corner now. Did you notice our spider-infested trees, Mr. Eridani? That is something I got the tip for from Mr. Malrat. I knew about them, but I totally forgot about them. So basically, they just grow straight up spider webs. I do think you're right, Malrat. I think it would be cool if they produced spiders at random, but oh well.
That would be so awesome.
I know, right? It's like, oh god.
You can have haunted forests and stuff.
Yeah, but we're needing lots of string because we need lots of wool for a lot of the tech guns. Armor, for some of the other stuff in tech guns, we're going to need a pretty fair amount of string.
Yeah, and we've got a good amount of cotton going too, so that will supplement our string production.
Yeah. Night Pirate says, red vines make me feel so fine. I think you're crossing your candy songs with your fine young cannibals. It's a good attempt, though. Preacher's lurking. I think somebody's got the banhammer out.
Nope, but someone's getting whacked.
Night Pirate asks, did you save the pear tree? Yes, we did. Well, we didn't save it. We saved enough pears to make a new one. So we have a pear tree right here. We've got an apple tree right here. They've been serving us pretty good. We now have 3 of these spider-infested string trees. And then we have our glorious, glorious garden that needs to be overhauled already because it's a mess.
Yeah, It is a mess.
Well, we have like way too much of a couple of different things. Like sesame seeds, I literally had to break about half a dozen sesame seed plants because we had too many of them. We really only need like 2 or 3 of everything except for wheat, soy, cotton. Actually, cotton we don't because of the trees. The only thing you use cotton for in Pam's is cotton candy. So we may as well clear those out because of the trees. Everything else we could wheedle down to like 2 or 3 of each one. We should have a lot like 4 to 6 of like soy, bunch of wheat. Rice is good to have a lot of because we're going to be using a lot of rice with some fishing. I have, by the way, an aquatic, what is it called? A water trap? Let me go over here. The other door in the base. Yeah, Pam's Harvest Craft, a water trap, and I've been using this to do basically some automated fishing. Allrat says I'm living on onigiri at the moment, seaweed, rice, and sesame seeds. Yeah, I have sushi, basically, that I've been using a lot of. It's pretty easy to make because of the seaweed we got from Pops. But rice soup and like meaty stew and stuff like that are pretty easy to do. There is also... Oh, I actually need to move this. We have a book, one of the cookbooks for cooking with blockheads that will show you what you can make with the stuff in your inventory, Eridani.
Okay.
Plus a whole mess load of the tools from Harvest Craft, so we can do a little bit of kind of like, you can fine-tune what recipes you can make.
Yep.
Where's part of mod pack work? The ban evasion paperwork, yeah. Where's part of mod work, yeah. And following the Owl. Oh, that's the Overwatch League, yeah. Sunday's final was cool. That's awesome to hear, Night Pirate. Oh, that was the wife with the band hammer. Good. She loves whacking things with a band hammer. Okay, so we had an idea. I have since scrapped that idea and thrown it away. I have a new idea for a base because we can't live in a little fenced-off island thing forever. It's going to get ugly, and it's already ugly. It's going to get really tight on space, and I have another notion. So, if you look down, there's a stuff that's all over the floor called podzol. Podzol is really, really cool, and it lends itself very well to the environment for these forests. I really do think the Biomes of Plenty team, I can't even see colors, but I know color theory because I've had to study it, specifically to help me figure certain things out in life. The forest itself, you know, if you just look at it, like if I flip on Vaygrim Vision here for a minute, and you just look at it, it's giant trees and, you know, the clever little ferns and stuff like that, but there's more to it. There's actually a greater amount of color theory and color association going on. The podzol actually has a lot of the colors in it from the trees and from a lot of other stuff in the forest. So I have an idea for how to kind of make a base that looks like it fits in. I want to make a base. I don't want to make a base that looks like it will stand the test of time. I want to make a base that looks like it already has. And that's the big difference. It's not that I want to make something old and worn out and busted. It's more the fact that I want to make something that looks like it could blend in with the rest of the forest. So one thing that I did was I figured out there is a center block on all of these domes. These domes are all odds. They're built on odds. And there is a center block way up there somewhere. The only thing I know to refer to them as, because if you look at the domes from the outside, there is a nipple on the top of it. Basically. I don't know what else to call it. So there is one central block up there. What I did was I figured out the center block, and I brought it all the way down, and this is the very center of the dome, and it is going to be the center of the tower. Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building a square pillar that is going to have some round off corners. It's going to be thicker at the bottom. No, we can totally go with dome nipples if that's your thing, says Mallrat. Sure, why not? But we're going to do a squared off pillar that's going to have rounded corners. And it's going to have some concentric circles of platforms coming out from it at higher levels at about Y80, Y100, Y120, maybe even higher up on that. And I kind of want to have it look at a distance like a tree. That's the theory. But over here, I have basically the block palette. Mostly. This isn't all of it. This is most of it. This is going to be green concrete. We're getting followers. Ooh. He walk talk. Ewok Village, not quite. I love doing tree forts and tree villages and stuff like that raised up off the ground. I think they're great. However, you start running across space constraints because you have to conform to the trees and make it still where the platforms coming off the trees aren't so big that they look unwieldy. The idea that I've got is something a bit more of concrete and steel with some wood and some forest colored accents in it. Stuff like green concrete. We're going to be using brownstone and weathered brown, or raw and weathered brownstone. We're going to be using some of the redwood from the trees because one tree gives a stupid amount of wood. We'll do some orange accents, just bare little hints here and there. Some of the corners, some of the straight lines. We might have the slightest bit of chiseled bits, kind of a medium to bright orange accent line to kind of, make it pop a little bit and go in with some of the colors on the podzol. And I think that's going to be basically it. It's not going to be terribly complex in terms of colors. I mean, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. I want it to look like it was supposed to be here. Now, one thing we're going to have to work on, and this is going to be kind of a medium-term project, not a now project. There's tons of podzol lining the bottom of this lake. As we discovered, we can make podzol, and we could get to the point where we have machines to make podzol. Night Pirate says, sounds great, Vaygrim. Awesome. Man-made Yggdrasil, kind of, Dark Preacher, kind of. I do not want it to look so tree-like as it looks awkward. It's going to be concentric kind of circles, and they will be wider at the bottom, getting more narrow at the top. And there's going to be some platforms coming off of that. And at the lower levels, I want to have some support struts, legs coming out at the cardinal points of the actual platform, under the larger platforms at lower levels. And I want like water flowing out from the legs of those platforms to make it look like there's irrigation happening and stuff like this. I think it could be really cool. But yeah, the podzol on the bottom of this lake, we need to get one of the exchanger things, and swap it out. It has a silk touch mode if you get one of those. Even the cheap ones do. And we're both probably going to have to just nibble away at this, but we can swap this out for normal dirt or gravel or sand or whatever and make it look like more like a lake bottom and get all the podzol and use it to reconstruct. But reconstruct the landscape over here. But the bigger problem is going to be, this is the outer marker for where one of the walls is going to be. It's 9 blocks out from the center pillar. Okay? There's another one. Right here. Let me see if I can get a block under my feet. There we go. There's one here. There's one up there where there's a squid. What I've done is I've marked out where the outside walls for the bottom are going to be. And we'll go in a block, maybe a little while up, then go in a block again, a little bit higher up. And then as we get towards the glass at the top, we'll go back out again like it actually looks like a big support pillar. And I want to go all the way. I want to go all the way up to the glass eventually. So this is going to be a big project. This is not something we're finishing now. But we could at least get the bottom parts of it starting to get built and starting to get working. What I was thinking was, and this is a trick that Mr. TTFT Cuts taught me. This is, what is this? This is weathered brownstone.
Okay.
That's normal, raw brownstone. I figured below the water line and maybe around some of the areas where we've got water coming out of it, we could use the weathered stuff to kind of indicate, give a hint of, used or whatever.
Yeah.
It's seen some wear and tear, and I thought that would be really, really good.
Erosion.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to have some panels on the sides of the kind of the square central parts where you'll be able to see. I want to do a big panel that uses some of that green concrete, and it's got a number, maybe in a nice white or a light gray color of like, a 6 or a 9, like, it's an outpost number or something like that we can do in big kind of digital pixel numbers that make it look good.
Something else we can do is we can actually take this from very top to very bottom.
Yeah.
We'll have this going all the way up to the top of the glass, but then actually have it continue underground all the way to the bottom of where the dome would end.
The dome ends. It doesn't end at bedrock, but it ends close to bedrock.
Oh,
I believe it is an egg, and there's a bottom to that egg somewhere down near the bottom. Yeah, exactly. So here's the thing Night Pirate brings out. Well, first it says floating gardens, forest base. Great. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. This is going to be a structure. It's going to have some industrial supports. It's going to have struts. This is not going to be some mysterious floating sky base thing. I want it to look. That's why it's going to get the rings or the outside platforms are going to get closer into that central pillar the higher up it gets. That's one big important reason. But reason number 2 is we do some open platforms. Is so we can do gliders. I actually have been harvesting enough of the silly string that I made myself a glider backpack so I can, zip around a little bit. The armor that I'm wearing is bandit armor, a full set of bandit armor, in arcology within a biodome. Kind of. I'm using bandit armor from Tech Guns, and it gives a movement speed boost. The legs give a fall height reduction, or a fall damage reduction, and a fall height boost. So basically, the bandit boots give you a jump boost, and they reduce your fall damage by 20%, so you can fall farther without taking damage. So I can actually hop straight over these 2-block walls now.
Yep. Doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's great armor. I really do love it for early game. But I've got a glider. We're going to save up and make one for Eridani so we can both get off the platform at higher levels a lot easier and just glide down into the water. It'll be a lot easier. Dark Preacher says, need to make coffee, so I'm grumpier than usual. Yeah. Define safe, says Berg. So yeah, that's basically the plan. I want to do a vertical with some smaller. I don't want huge, like 25 by 25 platforms hanging off the sides of this thing. We're talking 6x6s, 9x9s, walled in around the bottom, walled in on the sides, maybe with glass. We might do some colored glass, either something sky colored or forest colored, like green glass, or we could go really, really interesting and do some kind of orange stained glass, which would bring out some of that podzol color, and it would make the interiors look a little brighter. So we've got some options. We've got modern lighting that we can use for light fixtures. It's really, really nice. I've got some lanterns dotted around the island already from Tech Guns, and those are really cheap to make. So we have tons of options at our disposal to make this not look like garbage. The big thing is, if you look where that stone is and where this stone is, the pillar is basically going to eat this corner of our base.
Yeah.
So here's what I propose. Over here on this hill behind the spider trees, there's a raise up behind that. There's kind of a bluff. We could make a 9x9 hut, put one door on it, and move all of this garbage over there.
Oh yeah, that should work.
Yeah. So if you want to get some of this redwood and just make a wood 9x9, steal one of the doors and start moving machines, then what I'm going to start doing is making some of the stuff, like we need to make, whoops, wrong box. I need to get stone, some cobblestone, and make a lot of the brownstone so that we can use that, start using that for the foundation and the water line.
Yep.
Brownstone, yeah, okay. Brownstone, it requires clay and sandstone. Already made some sand, but I'm going to have to make some more. Let's go over here and turn... Okay, output's still off. Let's get another thing of cobblestone. I'm going to start working on making some of the resources so we can get started doing what we need to do.
Okay. Tree, you are in my way.
Yeah, I figured we could make a kind of a semi-ugly 9x9 just kind of box to move everything into for now. Doesn't have to be pretty. Doesn't even have to have a roof. Technically, it's easier if it doesn't have a roof because we don't have to light the roof. Unless we do half slabs. Night Pirate says, who is in the V-Box besides Eridani Tribal? Eridani Tribal is, of course, with me. Boxbot is here. I think. There he is. And we've got Mallrat and Pops also. Yeah.
Hello.
I'm just a bit of a chatterbox this evening, so, you know. Ugh, water is so good. Okay. So I'm turning cobble into gravel, gravel into sand, so I can make some sandstone. Let's do this. Let's do that. Come down here. I've actually been using this quick crafting thing quite a bit. What do I want? Okay, yeah, raw brownstone. That is, in fact, what I want. And then I got a chisel and put it up here on the racks, the tool racks on the wall. I tell you what, these tool racks from Cooking for Blockheads, they work for anything. So, like, watering cans, fishing rods, boats, chisels, books, whatever. It's great. I actually really like those things. So we're probably going to make use of those. Inside this base I'm thinking of, I kind of want a combination interior. I want some futuristic industrial, but or just general industrial, but I also want some nature and some wood tones, wood accents. I want some greenery like leaf blocks and stuff used. A lot of things like that I think would be really cool. So at some point somebody might have to climb one of these big redwoods with several hundred shears and just start shearing leaf blocks. Maybe, I don't know. I can do that, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay. We are waiting on this. Let's consolidate these. Oh, right. I have to power the magical machines. I forgot. Yeah. Put that there. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. I want 4. Okay.
And my axe broke. Doing, doing.
Actually, I'm going to take half of those out. Coal blocks go a long ways.
I say, wasn't one of Vaygrim's complaints that the redwood takes one whole iron axe to take down?
Yes, a little bit more than in some cases. If you get one that's got a slightly bulkier bottom or slightly bulkier middle part, like trunk, because sometimes the trunk are basically one central trunk with 4 on each of the cardinal directions going up it. Other times, it's chunkier than that. So, yeah, the redwoods will kill an entire iron axe, sometimes more than an entire iron axe. Yeah, I'm not excited about that. Thankfully, you don't have to cut down a ton of them. I do think one of the first things we're going to have to do, over here on this island across the water, I had my test basin. What I think I'm going to have to do is set up some remote power and make a tree farmer from powered things and put it over there and automate the process of actually doing that. I don't know, though. We'll see.
We don't have any cobblestone.
Yeah, look at the junk box on the top of the yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, we have if you look at the meter on the side, we have 1,600 cobblestone. You can hold your mouse pointer over it. Get that. This is working at a nice good clip. Okay. I'm going to come reclaim this. I'm not alone anymore, so I'm going to turn off magnet mode. Boing, boing. And I'm going to sleep real quick. The wife says, yay, I'm not the only one with monkey toes. I can do that too, which does weird Vay out a little. Yes, picking up things with your toes is freaky. Sorry. It's like putting in contact lenses. Watching somebody else touch their eyeball is weird. Grody. Okay. Oh, did you see the chicken?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, okay. We have a chicken box. It's got a chicken in it, and the only thing it's doing is generating eggs. But eggs are useful in tons of recipes. It, like, almost doubles the amount of recipes we can make just by having eggs. Having eggs and having soy milk. Those are 2 big things that'll make your whole recipe list explode. I figure we can have it collect, just stockpiling eggs, and then we could set up kind of an automated, like a vanilla automated chicken cooker thing or something like that, and just kind of set it off in a corner and let it go. That's the theory, at least, anyway. No biogun and flamethrower yet, says Night Pirate. Yeah, not enough infrastructure. Dark Preacher's right. I am close, though. Basically, if you look, let's look for biogun. Biogun. Okay, biogun requires these things, biotanks. Can I just do bio? Yes, I can. Yay! Okay. So the biotanks are basically just either biofuel for mechanism or biomass. Now, this stuff, biofuel for mechanism, is super easy. You remember me talking about that automated farm for trees? For redwood trees? We get all the extra. We fill up some caches for leaf blocks and wood. and then we get all of the saplings, all the spare leaf blocks, all the spare wood, and we run it through a crusher and stockpile on biofuel, which basically means we will have an unlimited fuel source for bioguns, and you can fire as recklessly as you want to. But you get these canisters, which are unfortunately steel with some glass, and you fill them with this stuff using a chemical laboratory. It's really not hard, because all I need for this step is a crusher, and like a chemical laboratory, it's not terribly hard to make. It just needs power. So we could make a biogun like right now. Yeah. And for anybody talking about armor, right now, DD, get out of my laboratory. Foxbot's over there, I think.
For a long time.
Yeah. Dexter's lab.
No, I'm at my base. I'm building.
Sure you are. Is this done yet? Hey, it is.
Eyes
Okay.
are bleeding from what I've decided to build.
Hooray! Colors can be a weapon. Let's see.
Yes, I can.
They are still using mostly mob drop weapons and hand cannons, says Dark Preacher. Hey, Cuts, what's going on? I name dropped you a minute ago, Cuts. Well, a few minutes ago. But I did. Yeah, we did have hand cannons that we were using, and then we started getting stuff like revolvers and revolver ammo from the mobs. But the mobs weren't supposed to be spawning inside the domes to begin with. The whole point of the pack is vanilla mobs inside the domes, really horrible things outside the domes. And that's how it is now. We issued an update to the pack. You should be on, I think, 1.0.3, and that fixes a lot of the spawning problems. So yeah, it's good now. The only thing we have to worry about are dumb normal zombies. There's no cyber zombies or blitzes or weird crap inside the dome. If we go outside, though, you will get your ass kicked 9 ways to Sunday, as Fox can attest.
Yes,
He got mugged by a group of Endermen. He drove into a bad neighborhood.
literally.
Any wind in the domes, wind generators, anyone? Actually, wind generators do work, but you know what's better than putting wind generators in the domes? Putting wind generators on the domes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the higher you can get wind generators, the more power they generate. To a certain point, I think it plateaus. I think Mallrat can probably correct me on this, but it plateaus at like Y200 or Y210, something like that. You don't get any more above that. Yeah, so I expect once we start getting the base high enough, we will get to the point where we can put some wind generators up there. However, short term, yes, I need to get 1 wind generator or 2 and set them up probably on the far side of the forest, so we don't have to put up with the noise, and use that for a steady power source. And that's one thing that I want to probably go ahead and work on, but I'm going to wait until Mr. Eridani gets our shack built. Because then what we can do is we can set up real power cables. Right now, this is our power, which I need to stick some more fuel in. This is our power right now. And 1 measly little incinerator, and it works great. I've been loving, by the way, powered thingies in the pack, also called Tesla powered thingies. Really good mod, very simple early game mod. It's kind of a more streamlined version of stuff like Industrial Foregoing. It doesn't have as many crazy number of machines, but it's got all the basics you need: crop farming, etc., etc. Hey, Eridani, you remember the cloches from IE?
Yep.
There is a version of that in here in Powered Thingies called the Crop Cloner. So I figured long term, we replace massive swaths of gardens with a room of crop cloners.
Oh, huh.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Because then we could just have a crop cloning room and storage for it and flush all the excess into a nullifier or whatever, trash can, and do it that way. And we have 1 room where all the food is getting produced, and we only need like 1 square block per crop or whatever. So yeah. I'm waiting for all of this stuff. Let's go ahead and put... Oh, why not? Actually. Yeah. Filling coffee from a water tank. He's serious about making this coffee. Berg says, hey, I haven't wandered outside yet. Yeah, it's going to be fun, Berg. Whose server are you playing on? Are you playing on this one or are you playing on Preacher's? I know Preacher's running a wasted server also. By the way, this is a point where I be terribly tacky and I bring up money. Do not forget, first of all, our servers in the league, by and far, all of our Minecraft servers are sponsored by Ackless Hosting. Ackless Hosting are very, very nice people. I cannot stress this enough. I'm going to go to Facecam. Ackless Hosting are very, very nice people. If you go to ackless.net/Vaygrim and you can rent a server, you get 20% off your first month. They're really good. They've got great support, really amazing people, and they take care of the league. They really do. Plus, they have not just Minecraft servers now. They'll do stuff like Echo and 7 Days to Die and Rust and all these other things. Terraria, they'll do servers for. It's worth looking at. Go to ackless.net. Second thing, there's a whole bunch of people, like officers and GrimCo employees within the league, that have Patreons that you can support, and they might be running a server like Preacher. Dark Preacher has a Patreon, and you can gain access to his servers by supporting him. Same thing goes for me. Lots of people. So inquire. If you want to support people in the league, good content creators, just ask around, poke around, and like promote yourself in the editing room. And somebody I'm quite sure will be willing to fill in the blanks for you. So anyway, back to our regularly scheduled game. Okay, I'm gonna be nosy and come see what you're doing.
I level on a spot.
Ooh, wow. Yes, see, this is what I'm talking about. These trees are freaking huge. You can get like
I know.
6, 8, 10 stacks of wood from one tree easy. It's nuts. I wonder.
I have that tree just to get it out of the way of the chunk boundary. So I'm building this within one chunk.
Let me see if I can kill an iron axe and clear that for you. Let's do this.
We have no building wand equivalent.
We do not, unfortunately, no. I think that's going to be good for now.
The one thing I'm missing right now.
Yep, unfortunately, it's got that word in it. Wand.
I know.
I have a hard time justifying magic stuff in this pack because it would be the only thing magical. Yeah, here we go. Progress. 4%, 5%, 6%, 7%. Let's see how much of an iron axe we can kill.
And that one had a really wide bottom. That's why I just kind of left it there.
It's okay. I have a wide bottom too. Can the incinerator use trees, wood, and something besides coal? I've been getting the trees and turning them into charcoal, spare stacks of logs because we have so many of them, and turning them into charcoal and then using that. I think it will take anything that would burn in a furnace as fuel. I think. Pretty sure. Uh-oh, Saffron's witchery server went poo-poo. I'm sorry to hear that, Ferg. Well, you know, Ferg, you have a home on any of my servers or probably any of Preacher's servers. All you gotta do is ask. Woo!
And boink. Still a bunch of leaves up there, too.
They'll slowly decay.
You're all...
Warring. Okay, get some of that. Oh, there's another one over here. I have negative 51 on this axe left. Yep, 1 block. That's what I thought. Okay. Awesome. Let's see what I'm going to do. I'm just going to barf out some stacks of wood for you here. This is one thing that's really good. These trees drop a copious amount of pine cones, right? The pine cones are brown dye.
Oh.
Yeah, and we can use that for like brown concrete or brown stained glass, whatever. We can use those pine cones into brown dye as part of the whole decor of the base, and I think it'll look really, really nice. In terms of the incinerator, I'll tell you what, let's see. Open JEI, there we go. Incinerator, coal, block of coal, wood planks, logs, wool, fences, saplings, wood tools, fence gates. Weird. I think you can use pork chops as fuel, and you have a 5% chance of getting a cooked pork chop out of it. Weird. That's super freaky. I did not know that was a thing. Okay. I'm gonna get more. Oh god. Not that much more. Let's get 2 stacks. I lied. Let's get Duh, 3 stacks. Okay. Do this. We're gonna come over here. Brownstone, nice and easy. It is going to take a little while to get a lot of this stuff. We might have to automate this. We'll see, though. As soon as we can get the base moved into said shack, then... Oh, cardboard boxes. You know what we could probably do? Hang on a sec. Cardboard
box mechanism. That will be very much helpful.
Sawdust. We'd have to make a sawmill. I mean, we could. No, we can't. We have to make a metallurgic infuser anyway. Maybe I need to do that. Option number 2 is we make modular storage from RF tools and a storage scanner, which requires power, but still, we could use we could do modular storage from RF tools and just start doing the everything goes into an automated storage thing.
Gotcha.
We could start doing that. Because then we don't have to worry about sorting stuff. We could just search it, you know, in the adjacent storage or whatever.
Yeah.
Brownstone, yeah. Brownstone's awesome. Brownstone is added by Chisel. It is a recipe of sandstone and clay. And then you can go to Chisel and get big tiled brownstone or bisected brownstone or tiled or weathered, big tile dissected. There is half weathered, big tile, all sorts of great stuff. So if we wanted to, let's get some of this. And then we're going to get one of these. And we can do this right above the water line. And then that higher up, see? So this would be below the water line. This middle one would be right above water line. And this top one would be high and dry. And this is the kind of stuff I love. We can do this half-weathered block around areas where there's going to be some, like, water channels or flowing water coming out of some of the bigger legs in the cardinal directions or whatever. Got Rail Riders on your... I do, actually, Night Rider... yeah. Night Pirate, I have bandit boots with Rail Riders at the bottom. They're really useful. I just can't go use them right now because if I go off into the monorails, I will get poisoned. Yeah, Malrad says, plus thanks to CTM, which of course stands for Complete the Monument, that texture fades instead of acting as a heartbreak. Yeah. Pop says the minigun is nuts. You have a minigun? Wow. Yes, we do have a mine. Wait, complete? Yeah, complete the monument, or conquer the monument. I like to say conquer the monument because most people just kind of look at me funny, but, you know, whatever. We're supposed to complete the monument that explains things, yeah. This is my copper and tin level for mining, and you go all the way down here. All the way down here. We've got some lava pools down here, which is awesome because we need them. Look, it's water. Yay. See, there's... Yay. There's lava down here. There's more lava over that way. I think. Anyway. Yeah, here we go. There's some lava there. But if you keep going this way, Redwood Forest. This was just a hammer. I went through about 3 iron hammers this way. I figured it was worth it because it kept getting me more iron to make more hammers with. There's more lava. See some lapis down there. Now, this is where the dome ends. This is towards the bottom of the egg. As you can see, it's sloping downwards and inwards. So if I step over here, the air slowly, as I get farther along, is going to start getting more and more poisonous. So I cannot go very far without a face mask or a suit. We're going to have to make a hazmat suit so we can go even farther that direction and get more diamonds. Because we only have 2 diamonds right now, and we could use more. But I'm not going to worry about that this moment. I'm going to worry about us getting the...
I have a shovel.
I saw you leap across the mine entrance. Oh, these are awesome, too. These are ground traps, just like the water trap. When you get soybeans, this is one of the reasons why I like keeping soybean around. When you get soybeans and you put them in the press, it goes into, I think, soft tofu. And you get fruit bait, I think it is, or something like that, that you can put in these, like, just for free. So this got us a lot of, like, duck meat, chicken meat, turkey meat. It got us some feathers, some eggs. These things are awesome. I would love to automate growing soybeans and pressing them and just throwing everything but the fruit bait away and, you know, automatically putting it in these things. But that's long-term overkill. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Yeah. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Where's the soybeans? There we go. You put it in the press. Oh, also, if you have sugar, don't mix sugar into sugarcane. I mean, sugarcane into sugar. Because you only get a 1-to-1. If you put sugarcane into the Harvest Craft press, you'll get 2 for every sugarcane. But yeah, you get silken tofu and grain bait. That's what it is. If you put the silken tofu back in, you'll get, I think, firm tofu and soy milk. Yeah, here we go. Firm tofu and soy milk. So you can keep 2 different kinds of tofu around. Plus, soy milk is a milk substitute. And I don't see no cows around here. So that's how we're getting dairy into our diet, is through soy milk. And then you just get this grain bait. Boing, boing. Whee. It's not flying to a cactus, please. Clunk. Oh! And that gets consumed, and that will yield 1 thing. So if you look at this ground trap uses, you can get raw turkey, raw beef, raw chicken. It'll give you leather, feathers, eggs, and that's just off the grain bait. You can get rabbit and other stuff from the fruit bait. And, I mean, loads of stuff. Bones. You can actually get bones this way. Lots of neat things. Veggie bait. So, yeah. Hello, chicken. I'm going to see if I can get us some more chickens operating in here.
We need more chicken.
I'm not sure, but it seems like those are going through and not breaking into. Okay. Ooh, we got a nice house over here. Floor. Oh, he's replacing the floor. Thank you for not making it just dirt. Here's a dirt floored hut, sir. I'm gonna stand in the corner and pick my nose now. I don't know why I said that. I'm feeling a little loopy. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get this stuff. Put it back in there. And I still have... Yep. Boop. There we go. Make more power. I'm gonna go ahead. Metallurgic. Infusser. Oh, that's easy.
Where are we gonna put excess dirt?
I could make another junk drawer if you want me to. Hang on a sec.
Yeah, that won't be a good idea. Just for dirt.
Let's get some of these. The junk drawers are great because a chest that is under them will still open.
Nice.
Because it counts as a half block. So that has 2,000 space usable. Go nuts.
Dirt.
I really do love the junk drawers. They're awesome. Wow, wood. Woo. And we have...
Like a ton of wood now.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some of these saplings. Take this out. Let's just run through a stack of saplings for incinerator fuel. Because why not? This is the stuff that I have actually processed on the way over here from spawn. There was some glowstone. The monorails from spawn go through a polar chasm. And polar chasms are nether biomes. You have a chance of actually finding above ground and below ground glowstone. So there was a whole vein of glowstone sticking into the monorail. And I just mined it. I trimmed it back and then kept going. So we've got like a stack and a bit of glowstone thanks to that mistake.
That's fine.
Yeah. It's awesome.
You have to visit the nether, the better.
Mm-hmm. There's at least one in... Yeah, there's 2 in here. I don't know if you can see them at the bottom. There's two of those sassafras candy things I stuck in here when I filled it up. Better veggie bait than Vegemite. We can make Vegemite, Preacher, if you want to. Too much sass in your sassafras, dear. It's hammer time. I have so many mods. It's hilarious. That's why I love streaming. If you need some good stream mods, then let the league know. We'll be more than happy to rent them out to you at a reasonable rate.
My consulting fee is 20 an hour.
What do you charge, Fox?
Treats.
He's easy. Just beat him. Okay, let's see. I was doing a thing. There we go. All done?
Much nicer.
Okay, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 of those. 1 of those.
Random bee from Harv's Craft.
Yeah. Okay, I need Ann Furnace. Thank you very much. Oh, no, I need 2 furnaces. 2 furnaces.
2 furnaces.
It's Sesame Street, and somehow it's still racist. Okay, let's get... I mean, really think about it. Does anybody in the world talk like that guy? Come on. Oh, sorry. I have to break you. I must break you. I'm gonna get a stack of those doodads. We're gonna need... we do not have an enriching chamber yet. So we're just gonna have to make do. Oh no, I need twice that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Me with the fence. Where's the rock cannon? That is in my backpack, basically. This place is not.
I moved the door.
Oh, how dare you? Okay, I'm thinking like right here. And for the time being, what I'm going to do is kerplunkety. And, oh, I can't remember. I'm just going to turn all the things on.
Line the outside of the top of the wall with fence. That way spiders cannot climb up the side.
Yes, thank you, because we actually do have spiders in here. That's not great. Okay, I'm going to do energy coming in from the bottom. And we put this in here. Zoom. We put this in here. There's no power, of course. I'm just going to crank through a whole bunch. There we go. Must get more saplings. Ah!
Oh, saplings.
More saplings for the sapling god. That makes no sense. We've got so many of these things. Since you only need a sapling for growing a redwood, I think we should use some as fuel.
Might as well.
Yes. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. More saplings, please. It's working, but I mean, it's going through them at a sapling is basically, I think it's like 2 ticks or something. 2 seconds worth of fuel. It's quick, whatever it is.
At this point, I'm going to upgrade from stone tools to iron tools.
Gas Park. I now demand video footage of that preacher. What? Cold, wet cat feet on my knee. Pounce has been playing in the water fountain again. We have a water fountain that we can't use because my cat is scared of it. The moving water and burbling noise literally terrifies it. So it's just sitting on a shelf doing nothing right now. Yeah, this is a private whitelisted server, Future Zebra. If you do want to join in, you can become a patron and support me in all the fun content that I make. Otherwise, if you want to go get your own server at acklins.net, they have all of my mod packs on one-click install. It's like 2 or 3 clicks total and a little bit of typing to label the server with a name. That's it.
It's like magic.
Yeah, it is. Very much so. Okay, let's get this. I'm about to make enough steel that we can make some power cables.
Nice.
Then we can actually run that and stick some machines in front of it. Okay, I need to go get some redstone. Whee! I do that. What are you doing? Aside from standing on a bed.
Well, sorry, phone was ringing.
Oh.
I don't recognize, therefore, I'm going to put it on silent. If it's important, you'll leave a message.
I used to have a friend of mine that was in the tech business. His name was Mike Hahn. And he had a sense of humor about, wrong numbers or whatever, or sales calls. So he would pick up the phone and he would say, Mike Hahn's Icons. Or, like Paco's Taco Palace, we deliver. Or, Burrito Bay or whatever. Some random fake restaurant name. And you'd hear the people on the other end of the phone go, and they panic and hang up. It's great. Okay, we have that. Now I need to come back over here and turn this into... I would like to remind you, if you have the pressure plate on the outside, the monsters can use the door too.
That is true.
I'm just saying. Okay. Just pointing out. It's a party. Woo! Let's do 1, 2.
Silly vanilla mobs.
That's true. Yes, they're mobs without handguns, so I'm actually kind of okay with this. I'm gonna break all this.
Random. Oh, hold on. My magnet mode was on apparently.
Yeah, random hopper. What's going on?
Almost feels like hopper. Oh, we got that bug going on. Great. Drop a thing and it appears over here.
16 feet away. Woohoo!
I'm just gonna do.
I think I miss.
There we go. Then, yeah.
I'm missing. Hang on a sec.
Oh my god.
Where are the things? I'm missing a kiln. There it is. And a third hopper, and I think that's it. Thank you. Someday they will eventually get that bug fixed. Whee. One day. Yeah. Do. Okay.
That is so obnoxious.
Zoom.
Literally so obnoxious.
I'm gonna let's do powder maker. We're gonna separate by a little bit. And do powered kiln. That's actually, you know what? Let's not. Let's do
On top, yeah.
and that. And then what I'm gonna do is turn on all the ports. There we go for power.
Ports.
I'm still sad that these things don't auto export, but hey, whatever. We're gonna do that. And then this is gonna get put there. That'll get put there. Okay, there we go. Now I gotta go make some basic.
I want to move the bed in there too.
Yeah. We basically want to clear everything out except maybe that tree. We can trim the island way back and kind of leave it there for the time being until we get enough of a base going to figure out if it's going to be in the way or not. Okay, basic universal cable.
Okay, spawn point set.
Logistical. There we go. And that is a pain in the neck. Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Spawn point. Spawn points.
Sort of.
Yeah, those are pipes that we can use that are mechanism pipes that automatically.
If we're
Actually-
not looking to sort, just make the transporter pipes and
Actually-
just make a configurator.
Well, I tell you what, I'm just gonna make some.
Expansion too.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. 2 tin and lead is 6 item ducts, opaque ducts. We could do that, and yeah, let's do that. Okay. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 lead. Night Pirate asks, can the wait a minute, what? Marine Buzzard says my dad was in the military. Cool. Night Pirate asks, can the bad mobs break the doors down? The vanilla ones cannot, because we're not on hard or hardcore. Vanilla mobs breaking down wooden doors only kicks into effect if you hit, I think, on hard difficulty and hardcore difficulty, because hardcore is basically hard with permadeath. I think there's 1 or 2 other scaling differences, but for the most part, that's it.
Okay, I just need to figure out how are we gonna transport all this stuff.
Night Pirate says thank you for your service, Dark Preacher. Exactly. Don't think of me. I was a dumb kid looking for college money. Then 9/11 happened. Bad timing, man. Looks like Iron Chest is in the mod pack. It is. Yeah, we have Iron Chest. Cardboard boxes for moving to the area. We could, but we have to make a sawmill. We could make a sawmill now that we have a metallurgic infuser. That is a thing. What I'm looking at making right now, I'm going to do... Let's split these. Put lead in between and get some item ducts. And then I'm just going to make some real basic servos. Which is iron, glass, and redstone. Okay. I'm just going to grab a little bit of iron. A little bit of red. I'm going to use the bugged redstone first. The non-stacking redstone. And it's just so frustrating. There we go.
Walmart nearby. They take 2 boxes.
Oh, yeah. Doot. Let's make some nuggets. Okay.
Stupidest bug I've ever seen.
What, the item thing?
I'm gonna break this item, and then it's just gonna fly across the map.
Uh-huh. The weird thing is it doesn't happen right away. It, like, builds up, and it's, like, suddenly really bad. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to do... I got to look at this. Input in the top, output to the side. On this one, I'm going to input from the top and the side, and we're going to output front. Okay, so it should be kerplonkety.
They have a random boat.
Oh, the boat. Yeah, I was actually using that to whip across the lake. Boats haul ass now. It's basically a Ferrari with oars. I'm not even kidding. Just whips across the... It's crazy. Oh, you know what I could do? Hang on a sec.
Why do you get work on that?
Signal required low. Yeah, okay.
Looking for blockheads.
Crap, no cobble.
Requires terracotta. Feeds clay.
Whee! We do have some. I'm going to put some back. I'm looking for...
Clay, here we go.
Cobblestone. So we can make a nice easy cutoff. Because sometimes I just want to grind things. We'll do... Is that going to hopper lock? I don't think it will. Oh, it will! Crap. Okay, that's not going to work.
Oh my god, mobs.
Wow, that is
Stone
cheap.
monster.
What? Who? Where?
That's how cheap the fridges are from cooking for
Why not
blockheads.
set the servo to active without signal? That way the hoppers are locked when it's not working.
We need the... I had a... Where did the lever go? Did it go into the... Oh, it went into the thing. Okay. The problem is we need the hoppers working with and without signal. That's the hitch. I say that specifically because sometimes you're going to want to with signal, like right now, I could put ore in here, it'll get ground, and it'll get pulled over, smelted, and stuck in the junk chest in front, right? Sometimes you're going to want to have just stuff ground up and then come back and get it out later, which means you're still going to want to put stuff in the hopper in both instances. But sometimes you need a redstone signal. It's fixable. I just need to get a thing. And this is where, once we get into mechanism, we'll use mechanism for like ore processing, and we'll have a line for that. And then we can have a separate set of individually functional machines that are not automatically set up to do anything. And that's what the powered thingies machines will be. I'm going to get...
Okay.
What's up?
I was going to start working on the cooking table for cooking for blockheads, but it requires the second level book, which requires 2 diamonds.
Yes, which is why we have 2 diamonds. We only have 2 diamonds, which is why I have not made that book yet. So,
yeah.
Okay, we get this. This is ignoring redstone, so it doesn't matter. I put that here. Ta-da! So now we have an auto cutoff, and I can get all of this sand that I got. I'm going to turn it into sandstone. Turn all of it into sandstone. No dollies. Dollies have not existed since 1710. Or chest movers. The only chest mover we have is the cardboard box mechanism. And we could make some of those if we had a sawmill. We don't have a sawmill yet. We just made a metallurgic infuser. So what I could probably do now is look at sawmill. Oh, right. I was going to make some of these things. I need to get some osmium and redstone. Let's get one of these. And that should be about par. Oh, and I need to bring some... So that with me. Let's put that back. Sand back. Put the wood back. This song is super weird.
Okay, we have food storage now.
Fridge. What I've been doing with these things, basically, is I have one fridge that's raw ingredients, maybe 2. And then I have another one that is all of the processed stuff. If it takes at least one step to make it, like sugar, soy milk, flour, stuff like that, that has its own fridge. That's usually how I've been doing it. Okay, we're going to get this bad boy. Put 2 of those in there. Yep, okay, awesome. Everything is getting powered up, as it should be. We do have fish traps. Yeah, we know that. Any railcraft or trains in the mod pack, or just the railroaders? Just the railroaders, like Preacher says. We do not have any train stuff in here. For me, mine carts, 9 times out of 10, are perfectly fine. Yes, we could do some automation using stuff like railcraft, but for one, railcraft for 1.12 is still not ready for prime time. I don't know if it's out. If it's out, then it's not stable. Because when we had Railcraft in the pack for 110 for Coop Life, it was just getting released, and it was super buggy. And I regretted putting it in the pack immediately. I did not want to make that mistake a second time. There is, what is it called, immersive Railcraft or immersive Rails?
Something like that, yeah.
It is so not Minecraft in terms of how it looks. It's not even funny. I cannot in good heart recommend that mod, says Mallrat. Exactly. That's the other problem, is that it's not that it's necessarily got issues, it's just not my style of mod. I don't know if it has issues or not, because I've never used it, but I have seen enough screenshots and read enough about it and videos on it that I just, no. It's not me. Okay, I'm going to put my wrench away. Oh, right. One of the quests, I got a wrench and a strong box. I'm just going to put that there. Okay. Could I maybe get water? Thank you very much. Okay. We're gonna make a. We're gonna come over here and use this thing. We're gonna put this in it, and that should be 90. That should do all 9 of those.
Oh, it has to be black stained glass. Okay.
What are you working on?
Yeah.
Making the oven.
Oh.
Oh wait, I think I can just do that in the camel bench.
What'd you say, Malrat?
Yeah, the black stained glass for the cookie with blockhead stuff is indefinite.
Yeah. We have squid, though. You have squid over there?
I have plenty of squid.
Yeah, I was about to say, we have tons of squid. Okay, that's going to be redstone and iron. This is where you have to start getting into the early infrastructure of Mechanism by making loads of little things. Thank you very much. Water. Oh, I have the chisel. I don't need to be carrying this thing around. Okay. I'm going to need 1 more of those. 9 of those. That part says great background music. The background... Hang on a second. You announcing? I'll make you announce. This is The Spark by Wantala. I actually have, if you look under my information, my stream information here on Mixer, like scroll down the page a little bit or do about for the channel, I have a link that goes to pretzel.rocks that has all of my various whatever songs, and it updates constantly live. So you can see what music I'm playing. If you hear something that you like, as soon as it starts playing, that page updates, and you can use that link to buy songs that you like on whatever services and support these amazing artists. And that's a good thing. Good night, Donnie. Tired Pirate, y'all have a good one. This is actually not coffee. I'm just doing water. I've had like 2 mugs of coffee earlier today. And when I say mugs, each one of my mugs is about 20 ounces of coffee. I don't do no sissy 6 ounce, 8 ounce mugs. That's not me. So when I coffee, I coffee. And I've already had about 40 ounces of coffee today, so I can see through time. Lady Joker, thank you very much for the follow. I need to make it bigger. Ooh. Yo, says Lady Joker. Uggs of coffee. That sounds fuzzy. Yeah. You get an Ugg for a mug? Is that a thing? I mean, they're furry, right? They'd keep your your coffee warm. In case you'd have a damp Ugg on your hands, but whatever. Water.
I thought it would be great having gas spawn out here in the wasteland as a jerk.
You're welcome. It's my idea. I take ownership of that one.
Better when they spawn in the monorail and start shooting charges at you.
Yep.
Oh, no, that's easy.
Usually what I do is I put up a glass wall, except for 3 block tall gap right above the rail. So the rest of it's glassed off so they can't shoot into the dome. That's usually what I do. Okay, I need more steel and any glass. Okay. Sand? Did you eat all the sand?
Yes.
Pesky sand eater. Okay. I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4 iron. And I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4 more iron. I'm just gonna do and then put half of that back.
Oh no.
Mole rat tried to swim in lava. Whoops. and I need 1 osmium. You know what we need over there? I need a crafting table over there.
We do.
Boink. By the end of the stream, I'm hoping we can actually get the base totally moved. We have 40 minutes. Oh my god.
It's wow.
I'm gonna do right here. Because why not? Let's put that there. Wait, no, I don't. Oh, it's already burning. Never mind. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do this anyway. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, it doesn't do block of coal. Oh. Oh my. Let's do this. Yes, that will work nicely. Power of the dark side. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Tombstones in the mod pack. No, we have corpses. If you die, you get to go loot the stuff off of your own dead body. It is glorious and awesome. Yeah, if you can see it. It sometimes takes a minute or two to show up. I think it's a sync issue, but it's always there. You just might not be able to see it sometimes. Yeah, it's glorious. I absolutely love that mod. I'm just going to put that there for safekeeping. Let's get all of this, do that. I'm going to wait for these, and then I'm going to run them through the furnace. What power energy storage do you have set up? We do not have any energy storage. This incinerator is literally our only source of power. We are going to be going with a mix long term. I'm thinking some wind generators, some wind generators from Mechanism, maybe 1 or 2 solar panels. The solar panels can be kind of a pain in the neck to make, but maybe. And then long term, I could see using some of the more eclectic dynamos from Thermal Expansion. Some other stuff. We've got some other options in the pack. We've got a lot of big power gen. Heck, we have fusion.
The nuclear reactor.
Yeah, we have. I was about to say we have nuclear reactors if we really want to go hardcore.
We can stick a fusion reactor in the basement.
Woohoo! There's one thing this base is gonna have a plethora of. It's basement. What's that box?
What is with Eridani's obsession with those generators?
Nuclear power.
I don't know. Hello, Signal Siren. What's going on? I completely forgot. Sawmill. Good grief. Oh, man. If my head wasn't screwed on, etc., yada, yada. Glass? Don't I have glass? I don't know. Oh, let's see if this thing works. Okay, here we go. Let's get the cobblestone.
I'm gonna head back again. I've got a bucket of lava.
Okay, awesome.
And lava.
Thank you, Signal Siren, for the follow. I appreciate it. Please do not spill a bucket of lava inside of our wooden home. Thank you.
Burn.
The next 30 minutes of live stream will basically be me crying.
I don't think there'll be enough water to stop the fire.
Hey, Eridani,
Yes.
you know this anti-spider wall that you made?
Yes.
It's not lit up on the top, so it's actually a monster spawn wall. Just FYI. I'm gonna fix that problem real quick. Let's offset that way. There we go. Oh, whatever. We're going to bed some glowstone blocks in the floor. I give up. Awesome. Now I can do that. Yes, it works. Okay. So then we come over here. And we're going to do one of those, sawmill. Let's go get some logs, he says in the loudest voice possible. And now starts a time-honored tradition, the corpse run. I'm going to get this and repurpose it. How did you get the mods? This is a mod pack that I made with a whole bunch of other people's help. This pack would not exist if it wasn't for about, I don't know, a half dozen other people. Let's do output, auto eject on, half stack. See what we get. We'll be able to make some cardboard boxes soon. You can't shift blame that easy. Thank you, Mallrat. Okay. Yeah, this is a PC version. Thank you, Dark Preacher. Trigger finger at the ready for all the commands. Yep, okay. We are getting sawdust. We'll be able to make some cardboard boxes we can reuse here soon.
Oh, and the kitchen is, for the moment, set up.
Until we get 2 more diamonds, you mean?
Yep. That's the only purchase we're missing. I got the toaster, the oven.
Toaster's awesome.
Right.
Oh, we need to get a cow and squish it. Did you make a sink?
Oh, yes.
Do we know if it is still set to infinite water or...
I think it is.
Yeah, okay. It's still weird. Tools. Oh, you already have one up there. Oh, those things are going to dance around. Who cares? As long as it's up there somewhere and we can find it. I'm going to get this. And this is going to be miscellaneous mechanism parts right now. Well, just tech parts. More glass. More glass for the glass gods. Okay, so we get some sand, sawdust, and I think we do... Oh gosh, what is it? Cardboard. Oh, smaller. Okay. Air
Yes.
It's your shack. I'm gonna let you figure out where you want to put the actual storage.
Let me out. There we go.
But the second we get the tower, we're burning these dump to the ground. I mean, I didn't say that. Show recipes. Oh, power. Right. Duh. This is why we need a wind generator. We have the metallurgic infuser. We could make one now. Truth be told.
They're actually pretty cheap.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's do that. Hang on a second. Wind gen. It's a winning generator. Night Pirate asks, any other fruit trees in the domain? Actually, yes, there are. While I wait for Mr. Tribal.
There's a plum one around here, I think.
Yeah, there is. Straight back here. You notice the birch trees. That's a gift from Mr. Pops. Thank you very much, Pops. He knows I'm a birch addict. I have a birch problem. There are plums back here. Come hither, plums. And then, funnily enough, over here, there's another pear tree. I have a birch problem as well. Fire will solve mine, however. Hey! Don't burn those trees. Send me the wood if you don't want to use it. Jeez.
They are the ideal charcoal tree.
Why?
They are uniform, they grow to a set size, and they don't deviate.
But birch. It's pretty.
Ideal charcoal tree.
That's my that is my whitewood. Whee! I love the glider. The glider is one of the best things about tech guns. I'm gonna put that in there before that gets moved. That goes in there. That goes in there. Da-da-dum. Yeah. Those are the only fruit trees we found so far. We've got plum and a pear. Plus, we made a second pear tree before I found that back one. And the apple tree. I am considering dotting some of the different trees around. Just make them look like they're natural parts of the forest. Maybe put a little cluster of them over there on the far wall to the northeast. Hello, Chumaspum. Wish I had mods, says Signal Siren. Mods are awesome. Mods give us laser guns and grenades. Uh-oh. Mallrat was slain by a commando. Somebody walked into the wrong neighborhood. Oh, I can get these. Hang on a sec.
It's all the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah, it is all the wrong neighborhood. You are 100% correct.
There's a right neighborhood?
No.
No.
I just want my EV suit back.
Okay.
Watch it bounce over there.
Oh, I got the sign here. Oh, crap. What the?
Just drop it. Oh, go over here.
WTF. I have the other furnace.
Oh,
I'll put it in here and you can move it.
and we'll have those the iron chests to use in a moment. I'm gonna empty out the food. I'll empty the food out of them.
I'm just gonna make a pile of things right here that you have to place somewhere. There you go.
It's a stack of things.
A stack of things, yeah. I need more. What happens if I run the wood through? I think if I do planks, I get sticks. Oh, no, I need to locate where the fuel is.
There we go.
Ah, there we go. Well, those mobs spawned in the monorail beneath the building. Yeah. That means the monorail actually went through the basement, which is a thing that can happen. And unfortunately, there's nothing you can do. No amount of lighting will fix that problem. You have to kill it. If you can generate some rough coordinates, I could point at it on the map and laugh.
I appreciate the offer, but I think
I can't do much. We don't even have hazmat suits yet, and I lost my helmet. I had something, skeleton wielding a machine gun of some kind. And it was, oh no, that's not what it was. It was a blizz. I got ambushed by a blizz, and the thing just 1, 2, 3, 4 quick shots in succession and immediately broke my mask. Brand new protective helmet. Went from full to gone, and suddenly I was getting poisoned and I was under attack. It's great. That's sarcasm. Let's put now. That. That. We need all this cactus. And, okay, awesome. I actually can go through. I'm just gonna turn on magnet mode because, you know, items bouncing all over the frickin' place is annoying as hell. Get a whole bunch of apples. Just do tree harvesting.
Okay, everything is moved out. We can burn the ground.
Mm-hmm. Burn! I mean, yes. Moving. And intellectual things. Let's go here.
Oh boy.
I
What?
just heard a witch. I'm not gonna be in a good place in a minute.
Well, apparently.
What are you doing?
I moved the stone junk boxes and
One of them changed. It's a locker.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bug. Okay, we need to report that one. Weird.
I'll go ahead and pull everything out of it and cheat in really quick.
Now let's see if I can find where things are now. Okay. So that goes there. I can put that in the oven.
Was it a dense one or a normal one?
It was a dense one. It had a dense upgrade.
Yeah, this one got turned to a normal junk box.
No, one of them, the dirt one, was normal. The stone one was dense.
That one's empty. I'm just gonna break that.
Whoop. Awesome.
That one back. Go in it.
Okay, we're getting more sawdust. I can lay off of that now, though. For the time being, I'm actually going to pull that, put it up here in this.
Yeah, he destroyed the cardboard box, too. Interesting.
That's super weird. We need to report that to a lot of people.
Alright.
String goes in there.
Oh, God.
The cardboard boxes tend to go flying very far.
That's actually not a cardboard box thing. That's a forge thing. No crazy Steve attacks yet, says Night Pirate. Ask Dark Preacher about Crazy Steve.
Yeah.
Hello, Rose Sloth. How are you doing? Tommy gun skeletons worse than mech baby skellies. Yes. I think the worst part about the tech guns mobs is that most of them are wearing helmets and don't burn in the sun. That sucks. Private whitelisted server, Rose. Sorry.
I mean, we could make those skeletons even worse.
We could.
No, please no.
We could.
We can give them cyberware so that they can go invisible and be stealth skeletons.
Yeah. I ran into a stealth skelly in the monorail already. Those are nightmarish. Because you're getting mugged by something, and you think you can see it periodically with the little eyepiece that it wears, but it's not fun. Those things are horrible.
Alright, there we go.
Awesome. What is the... Let's get the wrench. There we go. Antisocial dirt drawer facing the wall.
The cardboard box did that too. I don't know.
Thankfully, you can spin them
Yeah.
with the wrench, with a crescent hammer, or whatever. Okay. We have more sawdust to make more boxes if we so want to. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I like the tool racks there for those things. Let's see. Let me see if I can get another chicken. Yeah. Open this up. Nope. No luck.
Still doing good on food. Awesome.
I have 8 sushi and 11 rice soup and 12. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I have a truckload of shot for my hand cannon, though. No, don't look at me. I'm dirty. Dirt Junk Box 2018. Thank you, Dark Preacher.
Now wants to make a box launching minigame.
Uh-huh.
Alright, let's get the food in the fridge.
Night Pirate says, the invisible skeleton sounds worse than the spy from the TF2 mod. Yeah, back in GrimCo R&D, we'd have TF2 spies that would randomly disguise themselves as cows or sheep. But they were cows or sheep that had a glow to them if they were on the enemy team, if you looked at them directly. So you could at least get an inkling. If you're in like this subway and there's a cow down there, it's probably a spy. With this, it's just something attacks you out of nowhere. Pirate sushi. Not quite. Let's make some daylight. Okay, once we... Actually, no, we could do it right now. One thing we might want to do here, Erdani, is like right here next to the door, set up a pair of gear swappers I think they're called gear swappers. It's a McGinny mod. Yeah, gear swapper. And we could put one here for you, and one for me, basically. And that way you can have different armor sets configured and tool sets configured. So you can have one that swaps you to all of your hazmat gear to go outside the dome, and then have another one that swaps you to all your bandit gear for inside the dome.
Okay.
And we put it next to the door. That means when we're running out fast, we can just trade out. It's real simple, easy to set up. We can worry about that later, but I think it would be a good spot to do it. Oh, God. Wow, I got some turbo speed.
Turbo speed.
Okay, so now I'm going to go over here. And let's grab this block of glowstone. Get this.
I put some toast in the toaster.
Right click twice. That'll
Then hit it again to bring it down.
do it.
Yeah. Right click twice, put the bread in, and then hit it a third time to bring it down.
Yeah, exactly. You have to basically load each slot and then right click it a third time to basically click it down so it'll toast and pop them out. It's really cool. I like the toaster. It doesn't take any power. It's just slow, you know?
That's fine.
Reading, not just for nerds anymore.
You can use tea leaves to make cooking oil.
Yep. Yeah. Cooking oil has some interesting uses, too. You can use it as fuel for the oven.
Yep.
Reading, what's that? Said Little Animal 12. That's worthy of getting a timeout. I don't hanker to that kind of that kind of smartass. There we go. Somebody got it. Night Pirate says, Night Pirate says, don't forget the lamps. I will not. I'm going to relocate the lamps, and we're going to relocate the sugarcane, and then take a serious look at where we want to decimate this island. I discovered something kind of sad. If you use bone meal on Podzol, nothing happens.
Huh.
So all these ferns that we've been busting, if we want to restore the natural beauty of the forest, we have to cheat some in or put in a crafting recipe for them because you can't get them back.
Huh.
I'd say crafting.
Yeah, I think I'm going to, next update, we're going to end up adding a crafting recipe because it's just silly. Stocky Opossum says, who said mod pack? Lots of people did. Tea leaves in a cooking oil. I wouldn't cook with that. Tea tree oil is not for cooking. No, but you can use the cooking oil also for like fuel for the stove. You can use it for a whole bunch of stuff in Harvestcraft. It is actually quite a useful resource.
Can you shear the ferns to pick them up? I think you can.
Yeah, but that still means we're taking from one place and putting them to another. So technically, we could go to like the other parts of the dome and redistribute some. Basically, just thin out in one place to restock in another. But it's still a diminishing asset. So if we accidentally break any, we gotta go pick some from somewhere else to replace them or whatever. It's just it's not like grass. Grass is infinite. I don't know why ferns are so precious of a stock. It seems weird. Yes, it must be spring break. I think it is.
It is. Well, it is for me. So.
Her Tiny Trouble says, "Man, morons out in force today. You are not just whistling Dixie." Okay, let's break. Could do something of a doubling recipe like fern plus biomass plus fertilizer equals X fern. And I'm okay with that. What do you mean fertilizer? Fertilizer from what? Thermal expansion? I figured we would use biomass. Oh, yeah. We would either use biomass and bone meal or biomass and phytogrow. Like make two different recipes or something like that. Maybe the phytogrow one gives you more. I'm not sure. Because I think that's the whole point of phytogrow. Yeah, make phyto better. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're pretty spot on there, Dark Preacher. Okay, we are at 15 minutes till. We've actually made really good progress. They failed to realize there is a Grumpy Marine moderating tonight. Yes. A Grumpy Marine and a lady that's named after a bomb. Not a wise notion. Has anybody picked up on that? Moab? M-O-A-B?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. My wife's online name is basically named after daisy cutters. Like the giant bombs used in Vietnam. Saw the fish trap, got fish. We did get some fish. I'll show you once I get this cleared. And I actually want to move that fish trap over closer to the mainland. As soon as I get all of this stuff cleared out. Unfortunately, there is no tool to find for the camo netting. So it's slow no matter what you use.
I forgot about my own quests.
Yeah, dude. I've been using your quests. Some might say abusing. I've got some machines made now. I need to go see if I can turn any more in for mechanism and
That is
whatnot.
true. Anything you turn in, I get too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because we're on a team. Actually, Fox, are you going to be teaming with us once we get a bigger base set up, or are you staying on your own?
At the moment, I have like this weird turret base set up.
Hey, you got something. We have now gone from something back to nothing to something again. And both states of something that we have had or do have aren't that impressive, really, in the grand scheme of things. Like the base that Aerodani just made us is very good, but we can't really expand it much, which is why we're, thinking bigger and better. The reason I ask is you're currently on our Better Quest team, and I don't want to abuse things on that front too much by having you on our team if you're not actually on our team. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I'm still here and sorry. Good. Read more. Reading is fundamental and all that nonsense. Hooked on Phonics worked for me. I can abide by ignorance. Ignorance means you don't know. You don't have the knowledge. Stupidity? Can't fix stupidity. For now, I'm going to do this, 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 this. Let's get all these bad boys. I love these lamps because you can break them and replace them. You don't lose anything. It's not like glowstone. They look, see, I broke a precious fern.
Precious fern.
We're killing the forest. I've seen Fern Gully. I know what happens. Killed another fern. Oh well. There's. What'd you say, Marat?
Yeah, so did I.
Totally forgot about the quests until just now.
Yeah, the quests are awesome, man. I've turned in a whole bunch of them. Boing, boing. Okay. That's your part of the base forever. You can't go anywhere else.
Oh, I have the food.
Damn. I planned poorly. Okay, let's go over here and put that
I'm okay
back.
with this. I have the food, man.
I'm gonna put that there, that there. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So the food fridge. This is the raw stuff that has not been processed. I was talking to Aerodani about this earlier. I think it was on stream. We're talking about having a raw fridge and then one or two raw fridges and then a processed fridge. Honestly, there's enough crops with Harvest Craft that if we wanted to have a diverse kitchen, we could do 2 raw ingredient fridges easily. And we do have like crawfish. That's a Y. That's crayfish. We've got some raw eels. We've got some crabs. We also have mustard seeds and all that stuff. If you go over to the far right fridge. Oh, wait a minute. We're missing something. Where'd it go? There was some, I think some ground fish, I thought. Maybe not. Maybe I used it all. I probably used it all. Okay. Let's get down this dumb fence. But yeah, you go fishing and you can get fish. Well, now, because we also have the presser from Harvestcraft and a new block that got added in the recent update to Harvestcraft called the grinder. The grinder is really cool because you can grind wheat into flour, and it gives you 2 for 1 over what you normally do. So you get extra. It's a really nice way to get a lot of flour, which gets used in tons of recipes. But the grinder lets you get all sorts of disparate types of fish, all sorts of different fish types, and basically grind them into ground fish. Or you can make ground chicken meat or ground beef or whatever, and use them in different recipes that you couldn't before, or use them in some of the same recipes that require some form of meat. It's really cool system. I kind of like it. I still think there's too much stuff in Harvestcraft, like in terms of we really don't need this many zillions and zillions of crops. It's just, it's a little nuts. What's HISD? What? Uh-oh. Wife's talking about our school district. Hooked on Phonics had to work for you. HISD certainly didn't. Yeah, no kidding, right? She is not far off on that. Houston Independent School District. Woo-wee! I'm surprised I can spell and count. I'm going to be brutally honest here. Everybody's talking about, you live in South Texas. How come you don't speak Spanish? Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, wait a minute. I got a whole bunch of extra stuff I wasn't supposed to. Where do you want these iron chests?
I'm not sure.
I'm just going to stick them on top of the storage pile. One of them I'm going to put a protective helm back into.
Yeah, I got a protective helm for Quest, so I just handed you off that one. That's
okay.
My own.
Let's get some string. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure, why not? Oh, actually. There we go. Let's make it look slightly fancier. Boing. Yeah. Houston Independent School District is not it's not criminally horrible. I wouldn't go that far, but it's not great. They have a lot of problems where in the last several decades they have been in the bottom 15 or bottom 20% in terms of cities with education problems or education just quality. Does the grinder make coffee beans make more coffee? I wish. I don't know. I don't think it does. If you go, let's see, we do grinder, and then you can, in JEI, hit U for it, uses, and it'll tell you, grinder, Pam's Harvestcraft. See, you get 1 raw pork chop, and it makes 2 ground pork. So you can double your actual, meat sources that way, which is really good. You can make flour from potatoes. See, doubling your fish that you get. Beef, it turns it into 2 ground beef, which is really cool. Nutmeg, it makes ground nutmeg, new thing for recipes. And you get grain bait. Ground pork, flour, you get extra flour from rice that you can make, almond flour, rice flour, potato flour, soy flour. I mean, it's all just flour, but you can make it from different sources now. So honestly, now we could ditch all the wheat and make just soy to turn into, just use them as soybeans, also use them as soft tofu and firm tofu and soy milk, and we get grain bait out of it, and we can turn it into flour. All of that just from soybeans, and I'm actually okay with that because you can do that in real life. Chestnut, flour, all sorts of great stuff. It's really cool. You cannot, however, do coffee beans in there, which I think is kind of silly. Mashed potatoes. Yeah. Wife says, it's mediocre in general. It's talking about HISD. It's mediocre in general. You get your good schools and your bad schools. But in general, horrible overcrowding, teaching to the standardized tests causes a lot of issues and kids failing through the really big cracks. Yeah. So it's not great. Okay. I'm going to go down by the river. Lake, whatever. Let's get this and put it right there. And extreme fishing.
Extreme fishing?
Extreme fishing. Did you see the link for the mod Dwarven Candles?
I did.
Yeah, TNT, and you can actually light it and toss it into the lake and explode, or toss it in bodies of water to explode it, and fish will float up and you can pick them up. Fishing with dynamite. Yeah, it's great. Oh, come on, you dumb fish. Here we go. I got a raw walleye. Okay, I'll take it.
Was it
Oh,
MFR
God.
that had the explosive fishing rod?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That was always fun.
Catfish. Nobody wants to see me on coffee, says Ferg. I've seen you on soda. Up close. Wait, I have seen you on coffee. Of course, you were tired and it was like middle of the night, but whatever. Okay, I got some fish. So what we can do is we do this. Make 4 fish trap bait. 4 more fish trap bait. Go over here. Kerplonk those in there. And let it go. Let it go, let it go. The snow never bothered me anyway. Okay. Let's check the spider trees. Go harvest.
Project should be to consolidate our food.
I think, honestly, I think we need to trim down to, like, aim for, like, what was it I wrote down? Okay. The Southern style breakfast. Let's bring this up real quick. Southern style. Southern style. There we go. Southern style breakfast. Top tier food, always edible, buffs the player. It has, it will max out your saturation bar, max out your food bar. It gives you a well-fed buff if you're already maxed out on hunger. It's grits, biscuits and gravy, some form of either pork chop or tofu, eggs or tofu eggs, which is weird, and then toast, which is basically, it is wheat, seeds, or no, it's wheat, tofu, soybeans, corn, sugarcane, and milk. And that's it. That's all we need for that to make eventually this top end thing. We can get the milk as soy milk from soybeans. We've got the wheat, we've got the soy, we've got the sugarcane. The only thing we don't have is, I think, corn. And we could trim back the entire garden to just one of the different crops, and then enough of this to make these on a regular basis, and we could have it probably like auto crafting or something if we wanted to.
Yeah.
You get one of those top 3, what is it, tier 3 auto crafters from RF Tools, and those things will just go. Let's go get. Looks like we got a whole bunch of pears. Dum ba dum ba dum. So now what I can do, you come in here, we got the grinder. I have 1 fish, 1 catfish. Gonna kerplunk it in there. String.
And ground fish.
Fishing pole. Yeah, 2 ground fish. 1 fish, 2 ground fish. And we can use this in, I took it, okay, there's a recipe now for vindaloo, which is pretty good. You can use it for sushi, which is just rice, this stuff, and seaweed for great early game. Here we go. Food. There's a bee in our fridge. We actually, you know what? Let's do... I think we can make a beehive. Oh, are we maxed out on pears? We are. Oh my god, we've got 3 stacks. We need 3 stacks of wheat in here. I'm literally going to start throwing some stuff away. We do not need more.
I just grabbed all the food we had and dropped it in the fridge.
Yeah, we do not need more than 1 stack of anything, really. Except maybe soy. That's probably the only thing I would say yes, have multiples of. Yeah, see, I could get these 2 raw beef and turn them into 4 ground beef. Stuff like that. It's really good. I like it. It's a great system. Okay. Wood products. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here, hit this button, this button. I'm going to pull a chest out, and we're basically going to have a freebies chest down by the garden. If anybody wants anything, I'm going to stick it on the post over here on the end.
Interesting.
And then we can just do whoop and put the extras in there.
Apparently there's an item in Pam's, the shipping bin. Is
Yeah,
that the reverse of the trader?
Yes, I think you can turn extra crops into emeralds. I'm pretty sure, because that's what the currency is. So basically, if we wanted to, we could make a shipping bin, sell off our extra, and what? No garlic coin. Shut up! I will come over there and kill you. I will kill you to
He's doing
death.
Just as well. It's okay. You don't need to help.
Shipping bin.
Thank you very much for the follow, Pro Gamer. Question
4
mark?
logs, 4 planks, and an emerald.
Yeah, I think we have 3 emeralds. I think.
We have an emerald.
Yeah. An emerald or more than an? Yeah, we have extra. You want to make the shipping bin? I'll get this extra stuff back. Okay.
Why?
Because you can use the emeralds. Let me get all this stuff. You could use the emeralds and make a market. And then as we get excess groceries, basically, as we get excess groceries and sell them back for emeralds, you can use the emeralds to buy the stuff you need from the market. So, like, we still need corn, for example.
Can I not use... Really? It has to be a specific kind of wood? Guys. Fine.
What kind of... Oh, yeah, you might
It
have...
requires... Yeah, it requires a couple of the vanilla woods. It won't take the red wood, nor will it take the dark oak wood for some reason.
That's bizarre. I got nothing. I'm gonna put this stuff on the bottom row of this middle fridge.
Oh,
And you can just sell off that bottom row. Actually, let's redo this. Let's come back over here and see.
probably just sell most of our food.
I want to keep.
There we go. Dumb.
Let's do. Soybeans. Only thing I want to keep a lot of. Carrots. That's extra. Cucumbers.
Success.
And zucchini. Okay. So that stays, but that goes. There we go. Okay. So everything in the left fridge is at least 1 stack of everything, like, that we have. No more than. Any market block and or trade blocks. Yeah, the market block we don't have yet, and that lets you buy the seeds and the saplings that you want. Like, if we wanted dark oak, let's say for the base, we could actually buy a dark oak sapling. Another thing that I would like to do is that we can buy livestock. And I think it would behoove us to buy some, I don't think we don't really need sheep anymore because we have the spider trees. But we could buy, like, some cows, which I think would be worth it. Can you grind crabs and make Krabby Patties? No, unfortunately. Hello, Armchair Gecko. Neat name. Poxbot fell out of the world. How do you manage that?
That
Body.
was a corpse. At least I hope it was a corpse.
Can ground turkey from turkey legs be used as a replacement for beef in recipes? I don't know. Let's see. If we do ground, here's all the different things. It's got little unique icons: ground beef, ground chicken, ground duck, ground fish, ground mutton, ground pork, ground rabbit, ground turkey. Yes, because sausage will take pork or beef, and it will take yeah, list all meat raw. So you look at some of these recipes, ground venison. I have not seen venison yet. That must be I don't know how you get that. Ground mutton, ground pork, duck, chicken, beef, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Did you make a shipping thing?
I did.
How does it work? Oh, 32 of something, and you sell it off for an emerald. It's not bad.
Well, some items are worth 16 for an emerald, some are 32, some are 64.
Okay. So if we wanted to, we could have a field of one crop that is like 16 for an emerald.
Yeah. The cotton is 32.
Not bad.
The UI is not the best.
No, this is the one gripe I have. Let me show everybody. The one gripe I have about the market one, this is probably similar. You have a left-right, basically, to change what crop, but there's no name here, so you have to go by the icon. If you have the market block where you're buying, it's the same thing, but you can mouse over the icon for looking at what you're buying, either a seed for something. So you have to individually hit the right arrow, mouse over it. Right arrow, mouse over it. I've told Pam before she needs to change the UI, but I don't think she likes doing UIs like pretty much every other mod author. So I see a mall rat somewhere. Mall rat. Oh, he's got a suit, Mr. Fancy Pants. Ooh.
I really had to get my corpse back.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
That's what I dedicated my first day nap to.
Are you doing laps?
Yes.
You missed the door, I think twice. We're over on the time limit, by the way. I do realize this. We will be ending here in just a minute or two. There he is. We can do the crouch dance. It's a disco. Okay. I think power cable above the floor sucks. I'm probably going to move all of this stuff down one block, but I'm going to worry about that later. Yeah.
Note about Vaygrim. Vaygrim hates open cables.
I'm not a big fan. If you can hide cables, I really kind of think you should. Cables and pipes.
I'm the same way. I do not like having cables just laying out.
This is the one thing that bugs me about the mechanism power stuff, which is why long term we're either going to go with XNet or thermal expansion, is because you cannot hide these.
Yeah.
You might be able to use like chisels and bits, but screw that noise. That is such a pain in the neck. Because you have to make all of the, you have to have a block equivalent for every combination of any cable direction. No,
When in between streams, I'll bring my stuff over to the base, because I forgot that I was going to join you guys.
Yeah,
It fails me.
You are more than welcome to help us, because we're going to have, I think, a pretty big base project. And this is what usually ends up making a series go a long way for me, is getting a base, building the base out, decorating the base, putting function to it and stuff like this. This is one of the things that really drives and prolongs thing for me. And I love doing it, as many people that have watched me can attest. We are going to call it quits here. Oh, Box, I do have one rule, and this is the same rule I impose on Air Donnie, is that we just have to make sure that we're using like one organizational system, one kind of, you know, if we have everybody putting stuff back in different ways or building in different ways, it gets chaotic. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to end things off here. I really want to thank everybody that stopped by Mallrat208, Aerodine for joining in, Boxbot for joining in, Pops for hanging out in the background. Funtime Bonnie says hi. Right at the end, Funtime Bonnie. Perfect timing. We're fixing to quit. Where's the mirrored ball, says Night Part. There's one in the pack, I think, but I'm not sure. Yeah, thanks everybody for coming by. Several different points. First of all, it is the 1st of April, this coming weekend. That is the anniversary for the wife and I. 9 years married, 10 years together. So we are going to be out of town for the weekend, which means Friday night, I will not be doing movie night. You will be subject to the whims of a certain Mr. Dark Preacher. I will be inaccessible, incognito, incommunicado, pick a word, until probably, I think Sunday, late Sunday. Trying to think, but the only other live stream I'm doing this week and Blink Comcast is on Thursday. We're doing this again, Wasted, same time, 8 p.m. Texas time. If you do not know what that means, you can literally just ask Google what time is it in Texas. It will tell you. Inbound Comb says, I just got here. We're leaving. Thanks though. Yeah, late Sunday. Yes, is the wife. So we're going to be out of town in Austin this weekend. I'm not going to be doing any live streams or any community stuff this weekend. We've got tons of other great people that help run the League of Ordinary Gamers, the community that I actually helped found and manage and whatever. And we have lots of great people that help make it work and help make it possible. So head on over to discord.vaygrim.com if you want to join League of Ordinary Gamers. There's no like membership whatevers or no application. Just come, hang out, be a nice person. Wheaton's Law, don't be a jerk. That's it. Tate Film might then. Yeah, exactly. I will be otherwise working on some stuff behind the scenes for this mod pack and for numerous other pack ideas that I'm working on long term. And no more live streams for the week. Maybe a video. I don't know. We'll see. I have some video software that I need to actually practice with, but that's another conversation. Aerodani and Foxbot.
Yes.
Yes.
Thinking Thursday, what we might want to do is automate the creation. We make an automation chain for the creation of all the building materials we're going to be making or using for the base. That make sense?
Right.
Yeah. So we're going to need like making a whole bunch of sand. I don't know if we can make clay. We're going to have to dig up some clay, but whatever. Get clay. Making sand and then having a crafting process, automatically crafting and stockpiling like brownstone, green concrete, maybe one or two other things. But those are the staples. We need to, I think Thursday is the project we're going to work on so we can start stockpiling. I've left a gift on the tool rack. Hang on a sec. Let's go back to game footage real quick. Oh, is it a spare mask? Yay. Spare protective helmet. Mine, I've gone through 3. At this point, I've stopped making them. I'm staying in the dome until I can make better armor. Okay. We're going to call it quits there. Also, do not forget, like we said again, Ackla's hosting does all the servers for the League of Ordinary Gamers. Wonderful people. If you head on over to akklas.net/Vaygrim, you can get 20% off your first month on your server. They have great service. They have high performance hardware. They really treat you right. They have a great back-end interface for the website that makes it very easy to control and configure your server. And you can basically one-click install any of our mod packs. Quick and easy. So think about it. Otherwise, we'll catch you folks later. Have a good evening. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Skeleton has missing.